ITIL role. Okay, user 1 is having ITIL role, and user 2 is having custom role that we created. Okay, so here I want to create one role with the name ACL field role. Okay, now I created two roles here for two users. Okay, user 1 is having ITIL role and user 2 is having ACL field role. Okay, everyone got the clarity? So now let me explain you how that is going to work for a table. Okay, now let me take one table over here. Okay, so let me take one table over here. So the table name is something like faculty, because we are working on the faculty table, right? So here the table name is faculty. ఇది పోతుందిరా ఇది. Hello. So sorry for this, guys. I think there is some technical issue regarding the Zoho. No problem. Let me share the screen once again. Please confirm, guys. Please, everyone, confirm me whether you are able to listen and see the screen. Thank you. Thank you for the cooperation and thank you for the patience, guys. And also, please inform your friends that the session has been there, guys. Just now, the screen has been split and it was divided into two parts, I think so. So most of the people has been left from the meet. So let them also join and let them also listen. Okay. So in this particular, if your friends are there, please let them also know the meeting is there already still continuing. So that they will also join. Now is it visible or not? That's I want to know. Guys, screen is visible for you people. Please let me know, everyone. And sorry for this, guys. Sorry for this technical problem that I'm facing. For you also, it is coming like that only. Sorry for this. Yeah, let me continue so that everyone will watch this in the recordings, so that they will also get to know how that is particularly is working. Okay, so everyone also go with the recordings, please, because the screen has been split and the number of the count is been reduced at sudden. So no problem. You can watch the recordings, guys. Okay, you can watch the recordings. In that particularly, this perspective of mine will be shared over there, and that will be visible to you people. Okay. So please, everyone, now let me know whether you are able to hear me or not, and also whether my screen is visible or not. That's it. My network is good, guys. Actually, if you go for the network speed, it is perfectly fine. What is this issue, man? Everyone, please confirm me whether you are able to hear me now, and also check with the screen. I'm switching the tabs here, whether you are able to see that or not. Please confirm that. Yeah, thank you for the response, guys. Okay, let me explain you the same thing once again. So now we are working on the table dot star and table dot field. Okay, so basically, whenever you're working on the table dot star and table dot field, that will that will be explained based on the two users. That won't be worked on the single user. Okay, if you want to create certain kind of a scenario where you want to provide list of fields to a single user, and rest of the fields should not be visible to that user. Suppose in this particular case, consider that um, faculty table do have three fields. Okay, three fields. Faculty table have three fields. So field one, this is one, this is two, and this is three. So faculty table do have three fields. Suppose if I want to show the first user, user one, only the field one and field two. Now, guys, please let me know whether you're able to hear me or not. Now I have changed my network as well as I have refreshed with the login. Everyone, please confirm me whether you are able to hear me or not, as well as whether you are able to see the screen or not. I'm just sharing my screen. Now it's all okay. Okay. So now let me explain you once again. No problem. Chill. We will work on it. Dileshwari, I think everyone can hear my voice except you. Please check with that whether that is fine with you or not. Check your connection as well. Now, guys, please let me know whether you are able to hear my voice or not. Yeah, is my screen visible for you people? So guys, you can check with the recordings. Okay, I'm just explaining the concept so that everyone can understand the concept how we are going to use ACL types. Okay, that is table dot star and table dot field. Okay, so please check with the recordings. In the recordings there will be no such kind of an error for you people. You can check with the recordings and you can learn from there also. Okay, if that is not visible for you people or if that is not clear for you people, go with the recordings. Okay, so no, there is no issue from my side. From my side, it is everything is clear, guys. Yeah, let me explain you how that is going to work, how the table dot star and table dot field is been implemented for the table, how we are going to restrict a specific access for a user based on the table dot fields and table dot stars. Okay, so let me go to the pane. So here I have designed in such a way where we are going to see one table with the three fields, 1, 2, 3, and here I have selected two users having different roles. So here coming to the picture, user 1 is having ITIL role and the second user 2 is having ACL field role. Okay, so suppose if ACL field role person do want to have a specific fields to be displayed to that user, then we need to assign other fields that are there in the table to the other user. then only the fields that are assigned to that person will be visible to that person, and rest of the fields will be removed. Okay. In this case, what you can check is like, suppose if user 2 want to see one and two fields. Okay. So user 2 want to see field 1 and field 2 from the faculty table. Then user 2 also don't want to see the field 3. In that particular case, what we need to do is like, if we directly create two ACLs for two fields and assign that to the user 2, then user 2 will also see the other field, that is field 3. So if that particular person should not see the field 3, then we need to assign that particular to the user 1. Okay. So this is one case, guys, where we are going to work on the table dot fields. Suppose if we want to restrict certain fields to the person, so what are the fields that are necessary for that user, we are giving that fields to that user, and we are giving rest of the fields to the different user, so that will be what are the fields that are necessary for that user will be visible to that person, and rest of the fields will be visible to that person. Okay. So this is how the table dot field is going to work. So whereas coming to this table dot star, how that is going to work is like, so let me go back here. So that is about the table dot field. Okay. So now if I go with the table dot star, suppose if I am giving table dot star for user 2, okay, for user 2 on the second field, So sorry, on the second user, I'm directly mentioning here table dot star. What I'm mentioning here for the second user, table dot star. So if I mention table dot star for the second user, then whatever the fields that are there for the table, all the fields that will be visible to the user 2. But for a specific case, like if suppose user 1 is specified with only the field 1. Okay. So only the field 1, field 1 from faculty. So only the field 1 from the faculty. Then user 2 will see second field and third field in the faculty table, but user 1 will see the first field. He can't see the second field and third field. Okay. This is how the table dot star is going to work. So previously, whenever we want to restrict the access for the field level, we are dividing that to two users. Suppose if we want to give all the fields access for the user, so rather than removing about the records or working on the records, if you are only checking for the fields for a table, we can directly go with the table dot star. Okay. But in that case also, if anything like any one particular user from that table is going to access one field, that is nothing but a table dot field. If that is acting specifically for different user. Okay. So if that is acting specifically for the different user, so in that case, user 1 will see only the single field in the faculty table, and whereas coming to the user 2, that person is going to see all the fields rest other than the user 1 field. Okay. So we will implement that in our instance, and we will see how that is going to work. And also I will show how that will be displayed for a users. Okay. So here there will be a brief preview for you people so that you can understand. So here, if you see guys, here, we are using table dot star once, and we are not using table dot star once. Okay. Without table dot star and with table dot star here. So here we have user table. So we have user table. In that we are working on a different cases. Okay. We are working on a different cases where we are picking two users with having two roles called table underscore admin, and one more user is having table underscore user. So whereas coming to the table level of access for the sys underscore user, that person is directly acting with the read access as well as read access for the both the users. Okay, for both the users. So if you go for the second thing, that table.read and table.read for both the field level of access. Okay. So here previously we are going with the table.none, so that each and every field and records will be visible to the admin as well as user. So if you go for the second case, that sys underscore user dot field, in that case, if you give that read access to both the users, okay, both the users, what happens here? Both the users will going to see the home field. Both the users will going to see the home field. Okay. Whereas coming to the same particular scenario, I'm going to add sys underscore star, sys underscore user dot start. Then what happens if that I'm giving access for only single field? If that I'm giving access for only single field, that is for a user. Okay. Then if you see here, table dot star is going to applicable for admin. That means admin will see all the fields and records, but that is not acting for the table dot user. That means that person can't see all the fields, and the person can see only the field that is specifically mentioned to that person. Here, home underscore phone is specifically mentioned to the table dot user. So that's why that person is accessible with both the field level of access for the user. Okay. So the same thing, if you are not using table dot star, that will be look like this. Okay. So previously we are going to see only the field that is underscore home. If you go with the without star, then we will see all the fields without home. Okay. We will see all the fields without home. So now let me implement that in our system. Now let me implement that particular scenario in the instance, guys, how that looks like, how that is going to restrict the level of access on based on the table. Okay. So previously we are using test user 6 and test user 5 to work on the ACLs, where we are working on the first type of the ACL, that is table dot none. So now I'm using table dot star as well as table dot field. Okay. So that you are going to observe how that is going to be differentiated with each other. So I'm just using the same users. So let me go and remove the level of access for that particular users. So going to the ACLs. So to create or to work on the ACLs, what is the first thing that we need to do? We need to elevate our role. So go to the user menu and click on elevate role. Here, select the security underscore admin. Then after click on update. Everyone, please check with your connections, because my connection is good and even my voice is clear for everyone. Okay. So now we will practically implement that table.star and table.field in our instance. Okay. So I'm going to use for that for the test user 6 and test user 5, where test user 5 is already able to see the faculty table, right? So let me go. So here, if you see, I have specified the roles based on the level of access that is already defined over here. Okay. So now let me give read operation for a specific fields in the faculty table, so that is going to restrict the second user. Okay. So before doing that, let me give one more role over here in the faculty table so that everyone can see that particular table. Here we have specified with the role ACL none role. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm also going to work on the fields, right? Okay. So let me create one role over here. Before creating that, let me show you guys how that has been represented for the test user 5 and test user 6. Okay. So let me impersonate to the test user 5. Click on impersonate user. So search for the table dot list. I can't see that as a test user 5. Okay. So whereas coming to the test user 6, I can see the fields and table over here. Okay. So now what is the first thing that we need to do? We need to give the role that we have specified to the test user 5. That should be same for the test user 6. Okay. But whereas coming to this field level security, like we are going to control the fields, right? This particular field should be visible to this person and this particular field should not be visible to this person, right? So in that case, we are going to use different roles. So for that, I'm going to create one more role over here. So here the role name is demo ACL. Okay, so the role name that I have specified is demo ACL, that I am giving that to the user file. As well as I will give that to the ACL operation read for the faculty table. Okay. Click on save, update. Okay, so let me go to the ACL here and let me add the role that I have specified to the user file for faculty table. Okay, so search for ACL and search for the faculty table. Click on enter. Now we are giving read level of access so that I will show what is the major difference that we give for the fields. That means table.field, and if you directly give for the table.star. Okay. So here, let me add the role that we created. Demo ACL. Okay. Update. So as per now, we have added demo ACL for the read operation. That means now test user 5 will also able to see the list of records and the table that is faculty. Okay. So now we are going to control the field level of access. That means I am specifically giving two fields access for the role demo ACL. And I will show you what is the major difference that you are going to observe if as a user test user 5 and test user 6. Okay. So let me create two ACLs over here. The operation should be read. Here the table is faculty. Operation is table.field. That means I need to specify the field. Here for the test user 5, I want to work on the faculty name. Okay. So that should be demo ACL. Click on submit. Continue. Okay. So everyone, please look after the screen carefully. I just created one ACL with table.field, that is faculty name. Okay, that is table name dot field name. That operation that I have specified is read. Okay, operation that I have specified over is read, and the role that I have mentioned over there is demo ACL. That means demo ACL person will see this particular field. Okay, so we will check that test user 5. I'm just logging to test user 5, impersonate the user, and let me go to the all and search for that particularly. So let me show you guys. I will add all the fields here. So these are the different fields that we have for this Reddit, right? For this particular table. So as a test user 5, I have specified this particular user should see faculty name. That means is that particular field will be visible for the test user 6 also? Let me show you that. Okay. So I'm going to the impersonator, another user, and I will search that for the test user 6. Here, if you see, the first name is been disappeared, guys. The first name is been disappeared. Okay. So if you see here, I can't find that in the available section also. So where I can add districts and the department, but I can't see the first name. Okay. That because I have specified that that particular field should be visible to test user 5. That means that automatically removing the access for rest other users who is going to access this table. That is automatically removing the access for rest other users who is going to access this table. Okay, that's how the table.field is going to work. Suppose if I use table.star, okay, if I use table.star to the test user 6, okay, what happens? We will see that. Okay, let me go and even the impersonation. I hope everyone can see the screen. Please confirm that, guys, whether you're able to hear me and screen is visible for you people or not. Okay, thank you. So now let me show you how if I apply table.star for a specific role, what happens. So previously what we did, we have applied table.field for the specific role. Then what happened? I have given that role to the demo role to the test user 5, right? So test user 5 will see the field, but whereas coming to the test user 6, that is disabled. Okay, that means that field is not visible to the test user 6. So this how the ACL is going to work. Suppose if you are giving any field level of access to one person, if the same person is going to access the table with the same level of roles that has been specified, then that person can't see the fields that are specified to a specific user. Okay, rather than that, rest of the fields will be visible to that person. Okay, got it, guys? So please practice this after the session, because I think most of you people are not seeing the screen or you're not able to hear the voice properly. But don't worry, my network connection is good and I can see my screen perfectly fine. So you all people can watch the recordings. In that particularly, there will be no glitch. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubts, please try to ask that in the tomorrow session, and we will check after this issue also. Why this is happening? Okay. So now specifically, I'm going to work on the first use case that I'm to use the table.star here. Okay. So let me give that table.star to the specific role that is used for the test user 6. Okay. So let me create one more ACL here. Operation is read. And I'm working on the table faculty. Searching with API name. Okay. So here the operation type is table.star. So now if I go give the role that is being specified to the test user 6, that is ACL none role. If I click on submit, then what happens is like the fields that are visible to the test user 6 that won't be visible to the test user 5. Okay. The fields that are visible to the test user 6 that won't be visible to the test user 5. Let me show you guys. Okay. Click on impersonate user. Now directly I'm going to the test user 5 and I will check whether I can see or not all the fields. If you see guys, the first field that is been given to the test user 5, the only field is been displayed to the test user 5. Okay. The only field that is been displayed to the test user 5 is the faculty name, because that I have mentioned previously when I have defined that whatever the role that is having demo ACL, that person should see faculty name. Okay. That when that is been created, automatically the first name is being disabled for all the rest of the users who is going to access this particular table, right? So if I directly give table.star for the next role person, that means ACL non-role person, then that person can see all the fields rather than the faculty name. But it will also act as removing all the fields for rest other users. It will also act as removing all the fields for rest other users. So let me go and impersonate to the test user 6 and I will show you. That person can't see the faculty name, but that person can see all the fields. Whereas coming to the test user 5, that person can see only faculty name, but that person can't see all the fields. Here if you see this person, can't even see any field. So let me refresh. So whereas coming to our scenario, guys, test user 6 is not going to see all the fields. So to see all the fields rather than the first name, so we need to specify ACL for the first name also. Okay. So let me go and do some edits for this particularly. Let me go to the table ACLs. So here I need to specify the role that I have mentioned to the user 6 also. So that will restrict the access that has been specified to the specific user, and that will allow other fields to be displayed. Okay. Click on the role and edit that role and update it. Now let me show you what is happening over here. Impersonate the user. Go to the test user 6. Click on impersonate the user. Now let me search for the record. So everyone, please listen this, and let's explaining the entire topic once again. Okay, so the entire topic is been explained just now once again. So I will explain that. Please listen very carefully so that everyone can understand. So please confirm, guys, whether you're able to hear my voice. Is it clear for you? Okay, I'm just deleting these ACLs that I created, and let me help you to see what is happening once again. Okay. So where is ACLs? Access control. Just go to the filter navigation and search for access controls. Here, as coming to our scenario, guys, here as coming to our scenario, I want to restrict the fields for different users. I want to restrict the fields for different users. So how I'm doing that? So please check it. Okay. So now I'm doing that. So everyone know about this. So everyone know about the table.none option, how that is going to work. So here we have taken two users, that is test user 5 and test user 6. So each and every user has a unique role. So whereas coming to the test user 6, that person is having ACL none role, and whereas coming to the test user 5, that person is having demo ACL. So now I want to restrict the fields that are there in the faculty. Okay. So how I'm restricting that? So restriction of field is depends on creating the new ACLs. Okay. So we have 7 or 8 fields in that particularly. So to create or to edit or to delete or to read, we need to create separate ACLs for each and every field. Okay. So we are just focusing on the read operation. So let me give the read operation and let me choose the type as field. So for that, click on new and let me select operation type as read. So that is the basic operation that we need to specify whenever we are working on the table. So even though that is a field, first we need to give the level of access is read. So let me search for my table. Select the table. Then after here in the none, I need to specify the fields. Here I'm specifying single field. I can't select multiple fields, guys. To create specifically table.field, we need to create multiple ACLs. We need to always choose a single field value over here. Okay. So now as a role, I'm just selecting demo ACL. Okay. Click on done and update. And let me create one more also so that it will be clear for you. So I'm going to create one more ACL where I'm going to use the same method. So I'm going to perform the same level of activity for the demo role persons who is having demo role. So here I'm going to show that person's the different field, that is department. So I want to display the faculty department field for the demo users, demo role users. So here I have selected the field. Then after I need to specify the operation, that is read. Then I need to define the role, that is demo role. So demo ACLs. Click on save it. After that, click on submit. So here what we did, guys, here what we did, we created two ACLs. Okay, so let me write it down. so that everyone will check. So I will write it down, guys. You can note it down. Okay. Later on, you can practice that the same thing what I have performed over here. You will do that same thing so that you will get the result. Okay. So let me open the docs over here. So as coming to yesterday's scenario, this is the yesterday's scenario. Now what I did is like, so I am specifically focusing on test user. Oh, sorry, we have worked on test user one, right? So no problem. So the test user one is able to see the faculty table. So the same thing I will apply for the next role, that is demo role. Okay. So here I'm giving demo role to see the faculty table. Okay. For the different person. I created one demo role. For that particular role, I have added a permission to see the table. That is table.map. Okay. So here, the same demo role persons and so now let me write it down. Okay. So that everyone can understand here. So whereas coming to the demo role, that person will see the table now. Okay. So we'll see the table. That is read level of access. So what I am doing is like I'm going to control the faculty fields now. I'm going to control the faculty fields. Here, controlling these fields, we have different fields that are available in the faculty table. So specifically, we are focusing on two fields, that is faculty name. So these for this also, I have selected read level of access for demo role, demo ACL role. Okay. So whereas coming to the next field that I have specified to the demo role, that is department. So same read level of access for this, and that is also for the demo ACL role. Okay. So after giving these properties, what happens is like, so which person is having this role? So which person is having this role? That person can see faculty name and department. Also, that person will see all the fields that are there in the table. But the same role is also applicable for the different persons. The same role is also, so here we have already applied this particular table to the different user also. That is test user 1, right? Here this role, particular role is being given to the test user 5. So now test user 1 and test user 5 can see this table. Test user 1 and test user 5 can see this table, and you will also see all the records in the table and all the fields in the table. But whereas coming to giving these two operations specifically, that based on the fields like faculty name and faculty department. So if I specify this to the demo ACL role, then only test user 5 can see these two particular fields, but test user 1 can't see these two particular fields. But test user 1 can see all the remaining fields. Okay. Test user 1 can see all the remaining fields rather than faculty name and department. So after this, what I did is like I have applied table dot star. That means to table dot star to which role? ACL none role. Okay, I have applied this table dot star option to ACL none role. Then what happens is like this person who is having ACL none role will see all the fields except faculty name and department. Except faculty name and department. Whereas coming to the next thing, this person also will see so this person also going to control rest other fields based on the faculty role that we have specified. Suppose, so what are the fields that are there rather than the faculty name and departments are like, we can see the stage and style. So we have few more fields, right? What are the fields that are states, districts, emails? So these three particular fields will be visible to the test user 1, and that per test user 1 can't see department and faculty name. But whereas coming to the test user 5, test user 5 only will see faculty name and department. Test user 5 can't see email, states, and districts. So I will show that, guys. So let me show you how that is going to work. Here, if you see as a test user 1, this person can see states, districts, email. Okay. Test user 1 can see states, districts, emails. But whereas coming to the test user 5, having a demo ACL role, this person will see only faculty name and department. So let me impersonate to the test user 5. Now I'm in the test user 5. Let me search for the same thing. List of records of a faculty. So as coming to the test user 5, this person can see. Sorry, I have specified one more role, right? So let me remove that. And the implementation, let me go back to the ACL's access controls. Search for our table star. So here I only specified faculty name and faculty department, guys. Only that for the demo role. So as I mentioned over here, this part is done. Okay, this part is done. Now I am going to give this to the role ACL non role. Okay, after giving this, what happens we will see. Okay, so before giving this, I've already showed that as a test user one, whenever I'm logging to the test user one, I can see only. So what I can see only as a test user one. I will see emails, states, districts. These are the fields that I can see. But as a test user 5, I can see all the fields. So now I'm giving this one table.star to a ACL none role. So after giving this, what happens we will see. Now I'm going to the ACLs, create one more ACL by specifying table.star for the faculty table. So that to a read-only access. Operation type is read. I'm selecting star option over here. That is the ACL type. Here I'm specifying the role as ACL1. Click on it. Submit. So if I click on continue, what will happen? We will see that now. Okay. So now I'm logging to the as a test user 5. Okay. Let me impersonate to the user and log in as a test user 5. If I log in as a test user 5, this person can see only the fields that are specified to this role. That is demo ACL role. That is faculty name and department. So if you go for the personalized list also, this person can't access rest of the fields. Okay. So that means we confirm that test user 5 can test user 5 can access only the fields specified to them, that are faculty name and department. Now let me log in as a test user 1, guys. Now let me log in as a test user 1. Impersonate to the test user 1. Put the all and search for that. Here if you see, I can't see first name, last name, but I can see all the fields that are available for the user. That means first faculty name and department. Rest other than that particular fields, I can see all the fields. I can see email, I can see districts, I can see states. So these how we are going to set the ACLs for field level as well as for the all fields. Okay. So as a test user 5, that person can see only faculty name and department, but as a test user 1, can access all fields except faculty name and department. So guys, this is a small thing that we have performed, but most of you people confused, and I think that is because of the platform issues. No problem. But please write it down and please practice it so that you can understand how that is going to work. Okay. So now in this particular session, I have created one role, that is demo ACL. For that, I have given the same level of access that is there for the ACL none role. Okay. So that test user 1 having a ACL none role will see the table, and test user 5 having a demo ACL role will see the table. Okay, and with all the records and fields. But introducing about table.field, table.field. So I have specified this particularly to the demo ACL role. Okay. So what happened? What ha- what happened after applying this to the only demo ACL role? So here, test user one can see only email, states, districts. Whereas coming to the test user five, he can see all the fields, even with the faculty name and department. But I have specified that to the test user 5 that is having demo ACL role. Okay. So if I do the reverse of that, that means if I give tabular star option and giving that to the role ACL none role that is having with the test user 1, then what happens here? Test user 5 can see only two fields. Previously, test user 5 can see all the fields, but now test user 5 can only see two fields, that is faculty name and department. But whereas coming to the test user 1 can see all the fields rather than faculty name and department. So everyone, please write this particular content and please try to practice this so that you can understand. Okay. Guys, please let me know whether you are able to hear me or not just now. Just as for now, whether you are able to see the screen. So I'm just showing one doc page for you. Please write that down and try to practice that. So it will definitely help you to understand what I have explained today. So I think there is a lot of miss in this particular class. Okay. That means we have a lot of disconnections and a lot of screen splits. Even I got a lot of irritation for this. No problem. But we need to continue, right? So don't lose the hope. Just follow the steps that I have mentioned over there in the doc. I'm just sharing the doc for you people now. So please write down the steps for you so that you can practice. Everyone, please write down the steps so that you can practice and you can also understand what is happening over here. Everyone, please try to write this or take a screenshot of this so that you can understand what is explained in this today's class. Okay. Also, we have discussed about the auto number, how we are going to create the auto number. That is using two ways, one with the directly table and one with the directly going to the number maintenance without going to the table. Yeah, Venkataramana, we are covering both the topics in a single way. So if you want to only perform only table.field, that means we can directly go with the table.field. Or if you want to use table.star, we can directly use with the table.star. But you people need to understand two ways, right? How that has been performing to the different users and how that has been implemented to the different users. So that's why it is very important. Please make a note of this, guys, or take a screenshot of that particular content that I'm sharing now so that you can get a good clarity about the topic that we have discussed today. Guys, if that is done, please let me know so that I can share the link that you people need to complete today, that from the Now Learning platform. Pavani, please check with the handbook that is there for you people. So you can check with the calendar that is been shared in the mail. What is the difference? Vendaramana, very simple. Okay. So if you consider table.field, okay, if you consider table.field, that is specifically focused on a single field in a table. Suppose if we have two fields in a single table, we are specifically focusing on a single field. That is the first field that should be displayed to the single user. Then we can directly assign table.field over there. Okay. Suppose if we want to only work on a single fields or single data modules that we have, so we can directly go with the table.field. But if we have multiple fields in a single table that we want to control, that should be displayed to a single user, we can directly use table.star. If you are working on a single field, we can directly go with the table.field. If you are working on all the fields in the table, we can directly go with the table.star. But if you apply that to a specific user, there will be some limitations that I wrote on the doc. You can write it down and you can practice it. Okay. Yeah, I will share the link. Gangotri, please wait. Guys, I'm sharing the link. This is the 5 minutes course. You people need to complete that today. And previously, the course link that I have shared in the yesterday's class, that is about the virtual agent micro certification, right? I think that most of your people are not completed. So I already explained you how you can complete that. So whenever you're working on the virtual agent micro certification, right? What you can do is you can directly click on the validate button. Then it will display the error. Just click on that error. It will provide the documentation solution for you people. So please go with the documentation solution and please try to perform that activity in the requested lab instance. Then only you can validate the virtual agent micro certification. Otherwise, that is not possible, guys. Okay. So as commented today, I'm just giving the simple course for you people. You people have to complete that. So this is the 5 minutes course that is all about the artificial intelligence. So how that is being introduced in the service now. So how we are going to use that. Gangotri, what is not working? The link that I have shared is not working, guys. Please let me know. If that is not working, please search for get started with AI. If the validate task is not working, please refresh the page or check with your connection, guys. Gangodri, can you share the screenshot of that if possible? So the particular course link that I have shared today, that is about get started with AI. So how the AI is being introduced in ServiceNow and how we are using that. So basically AI is introduced with the name of Now Assist. Okay. So where it will directly provide some assistance for the steps that are developed in already in the instance. Okay. So how that is being started, that is the particular course all is all about. So you can see that and practice that, guys. It's mandatory, Hari, Sri Harati. Gangotri, can you please post the screenshot of that if possible so that I will explain you how you can do that. Guys, please reply to me whether you're able to accessible that course link that I have shared in the chat. If not, let me help you out. Gangotri, I think you are working on the different course. Okay. I think you are working on the different course. So I'm only telling that for only virtual agent simulator micro certification. Okay. So whenever you are working on the virtual agent micro certification guys, then only you can go with that step. Okay. So the course that you are displaying over here, that is from the micro certification, I think so. Yeah, Venkatramana, that's previously there is one more course, right? That is the big course that you people need to complete. That is virtual agent micro certification. For that, I'm giving time for you people today. Okay, please complete that. Gangotri, I think you are working on the ServiceNow. Sorry, welcome to ServiceNow micro certification. In that first task you are doing, so you need to impersonate to the platform user. You need to impersonate to the platform user. That means you need to open your instance and need to go to the, sorry, you need to request the instance first of all. Then after open that lab instance, then after you need to go to the user menu and search for platform instance, platform user, impersonate to that user, then do with the next steps that they are providing over the instructions. So first thing that you need to do is like try to use the laptop, not mobile, because it won't accept sometimes. Sometimes it may accept the desktop view. So try to work on these particular courses using laptop so that it will be easy for you to complete the task. If it is showing wake up your instance, click on wake up. Then after wait for 5 minutes, refresh and open that once again. Okay. Is that fine? It will show 10 to 20 minutes, guys. No need to worry. But you can refresh after 5 minutes and open that. It will open. No problem. Gangotri, please try to open that in laptop first. If that is not working, what you can do is like you can terminate your instance over there. Okay. So mostly that will open after 5 minutes if you do on the laptop. If you go for mobile, what happens is like sometimes it may accept the desktop view, sometimes it won't accept. Okay. So that is the major issue for you. That's it. And someone is mentioning some more thing here. Which task? Can you specify the name Mahalakshmi? What is this task name? What is the course name? Sorry, not the task name. Virtual agent implementation, right? Yeah, for the virtual agent implementation, there will be a solution provider, guys. Okay, that is the main thing that I'm telling for you people. Okay, so if you go for virtual agent implementation or virtual agent micro certification, you need to click on validate task. There will be throwing an error over there. Just click on that error. It will directly navigate you to for the solution for that. Okay, so you need to scroll down somewhat. Then after you will find the solution that you need to perform on your instance. Okay, everyone, please try to do this on the laptops. Most of you people are directly opening that in the mobiles. The content that you are seeing in the mobile, that will be lesser than the content that you will see in the laptops. Okay. So guys, I think most of you people understood ACL very clearly, and about this session as for today, even I don't agree that it is clear for you people. So no problem, because of the technical issues that do happen. But whatever the content that I'm providing in the doc for you people, right? Now you are seeing one screen, right, everyone? So please try to work on that. If you are working on that, you will people will get a good clarity how the ACL is going to work in your instance. Okay. If that is not working properly or any errors that you're facing while working on that content that I have shared now, so please try to contact me tomorrow so that I will definitely help you. Okay. Any more doubts, guys? That's great, Krishnaveni. Everyone, whenever you're completing some courses, right, you will earn batches, points, and some of you people will get certification, micro certifications that are very helpful for you people to enhance yourself and to publish yourself. Okay, that even you can post that in the LinkedIn group. So you can directly create your own LinkedIn account and you can even post that over there so that you got your certification in that particular program, that too micro certification. So guys, that's all for the day. So I think we can leave the class. Yeah, definitely, Balaji, you can go. No problem. So, and try to join tomorrow's class also, guys. Tomorrow we are going to discuss one of the most important topic in the ServiceNow, that is SLA. Okay. So that is also very interesting topic. We can learn a lot from that. So we are going to create that, implement that, and we will also see how we can do that. So what are the advantages of doing that, and what are the options that are available in that particular configuration. Okay. So everyone, please be active and please tell your friends also about this thing and let them also continue the work that you're doing. And even I will post the link in the Telegram group, guys. No need to worry. Everyone can check the link and everyone can complete the course. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining and have a nice day. Bye, everyone.